a San Francisco's recall of District Attorney Chesa Boudin, California could be about to strike an even bigger blow against far-left George Soros-funded pro-crime DAs by recalling Los Angeles District Attorney George Gascon, who even this week, with more murders that can be laid at his door. People talking about the George Gascon recall as if it's a done deal. But it is not a done deal. We need to get the signatures. The deadline is very soon. So, joining us now to explain how we're going to make it happen is one of the leaders of the Recall George Gascon campaign, Kathy Cady. Kathy, great to see you. We were talking on the podcast this week, and you had some really interesting points about why we need the recall because of the way that George Gascon presented himself in the election, and also how he's being, and the attitudes towards him within the DA's department where you used to work.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for covering this important issue that's affecting all of Los Angeles. So the reason that we need to recall George Gascon is because on the day that he swore to uphold all of the laws, within a minute or two, he issued over 60 pages of policies, many of which actually violate the law. So some of those policies include that he will never charge anyone who's 16 or 17 years old, no matter how many murders they commit, if they're gang murders. He will never try to charge them in criminal court, only keep them in juvenile court, which means they can't be in custody very long. He will not allow for allegations or enhancements, including gun or gang or hate crime or prior convictions. He doesn't want those to be charged, which of course changes the punishment that people can get, and he also will not allow prosecutors to attend parole hearings, which abandons victims at parole hearings. So this recall is actually victim initiated. It is not partisan or political because, as you might know, crime doesn't care if you're a Democrat or Republican. So this recall is initiated by crime victims whose lives have been devastated because of his policies. So it's victims who rose up and said, we are not happy with this, we're not okay with this. You ran on a platform of reform, but nothing is better. Things are way worse, and our lives are devastated. And as you said,
that he ran on, Kathy, he didn't say any of this when he ran. Not much time left, Kathy. I want you to just really tell us how to support, how to make this happen.
Just get signatures.
So it is not a done deal. We need to make sure that we get enough signatures to get this on the ballot. So please sign your petition. Make sure you get it in. Go to Recall DA George Gascon. If you live in LA County, you can still register to vote. Go to sos.ca.gov, register to vote, and then make sure you get one of the petitions and send it in, because we cannot take another 2.5 years of what he's been doing to the residents of Los Angeles County.
And everyone who's watching who doesn't live in Los Angeles, remember, if you know anyone there, if you're a friend or family member, tell them, email them tonight, send them this website, okay? You can send them, we've got to make this happen. It'll be such a huge story around the country. Right. Kathy, what you and your team have done is absolutely amazing. You're so close, but we can't be complacent. So let's just put the address back on screen, if we can, for people to go to the website, to send the link to anyone who is watching, in LA, make this happen. Kathy, great to see you tonight. I'm sorry we don't have more time. By the way, we had a great conversation on the podcast. People can